Hey, did you get excited over the weekend? You saw some of the rookies come together and put on their uniforms.
What, for the rookie symposium?
Yep.
I saw that. Yeah, I think I saw Luke McCaffrey there and Jayden.
I saw Spencer Rattler throwing balls.
Oh, yeah,
Jaden Daniels in his uniform with the burgundy top.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I saw Michael Penix. They did a little thing on him. I don't know, did you see where he got his new football card? The Panini just printed out his card right there. He threw a couple passes, and then they threw it in the computer, and next thing you know, he's holding his little card.
Why would you name your card company after a delicious hot sandwich? I just don't understand that.
I don't know.
That name doesn't make any. I know that they're a player in the card and memorabilia business.
Yeah, I don't think they're super valuable cards, the Panini cards, but
Yeah,
maybe they are.
know.
I'm sure you could find something
Couldn't
in
tell
there.
you.
There's probably something in there worth $1 million. But yeah, how does that work? Do you have to be invited? Like, I thought it was like mostly first round picks, but then like Luke McCaffrey was there.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
Is it a deal where they just invite all the rookies and then only a handful go? Only like 30
Not
go?
sure. I also am not sure what is going on with Marvin Harrison Jr. Like he's not giving
does
his
own
name,
thing.
image, or likeness to any of like the companies. Like he's holding out.
Yeah.
I think he signed a deal with Fanatics, and now Fanatics is suing him because it felt like he
Did he
breached
back
the
out?
contract. Like his rookie season, or at least the offseason leading into it, has been tumultuous.
I wonder if his dad has too much influence.
I don't know.
But
But like you can't buy a Marvin Harrison Jr. jersey right now because he's not allowing his likeness to be used. He hasn't signed like the formal,
Right.
the standard agreement with the NFLPA.
I know. Usually the guys that I know that have done that, it feels like it never works out great for them. I don't think it worked out great for LeVar.
I mean, maybe
when he
in the
did
long run it will work out for him. Maybe he'll make $10 million more or $20 million more by going his own route. I don't know. It seems kind of weird.
So they're not going to. So if you retain your name, image, likeness stuff, then that means you don't want yourself like in Madden.
Like you won't be in the video game.
Yeah, like don't you want to be in Madden? Isn't that like a big deal for the kids? Like they love being on Madden.
Sure. You would think.
So he doesn't want to be in Madden. He doesn't. I mean,
but won't he eventually sign that?
I'm not sure.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they
I'm
just
not
do
sure
their
what
own
his
thing.
plan is.
And also, you get free checks.
Maybe he feels like going his own route, like
he doesn't have to split the money or something.
He can't sell his Cardinals jersey without being in agreement with the union. You know what I mean? Like
he won't get any of the profits of jersey sales. They can't sell his jersey until he does.
They can't sell his jersey, and from what I know, like
he can't have his own.
He can't make a Cardinals jersey with his name on it with the Cardinals. Like
maybe you could just have a Marvin
with
Harrison.
their trademarks.
Maybe you just have a Marvin Harrison jersey. Like,
well, who wants that? I mean, that's something you walk into like a TJ Maxx and see like an old Carson Wentz Commanders jersey. Nobody wants that.
I don't know. It seems like
it seems weird.
What were your impressions though of Jayden's stature? I'll just say he seemed bigger than what I maybe expected. He doesn't look as frail as the bill of goods was. He's super skinny, he's frail, and I'm not saying he's thick.
Yeah,
but he looked thicker than
maybe
what I thought.
Probably
maybe that was with the pads and everything, or
I don't know.
I think he was standing. Caleb Williams looks small, and I know he's listed as small, but it just jumped out at me. I forget who he was lined up next to.
What is he like? 6'1", 6'2", maybe.
He's listed at 6'1", but that might mean he's like 5'11" and a half.
Yeah, he might be like Johnny Manziel.
Yeah,
there's no way he's 6'2". I'm going to say 6'1".
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just asking what they list him. I don't even know.
I thought they listed him at 6'1".
My guess is he'd be like 6 foot.
Yeah,
he's probably just right around 6 foot. I don't know. Somebody else had said that they were kind of struck that Jayden wasn't. You know, it was Nikki Jabvala. She said that when she saw Jayden for the first time in the rookie minicamp, that he wasn't nearly as skinny as she had anticipated.
Yeah, I didn't think he looked overly skinny. I was on Commander's Wire. And Brian Manning has an article where he put together a lot of what the sites are saying about the Commanders. They did the same thing and predicted the record. Cakes, we need do this during the commercial break, okay? Go.
No, you're rushing me.
Why? We do it live on the air.
I can't be rushed into this thing. I need to
just
digest it.
Will you start it, maybe?
Sure, I can.
Do you want to hear what?
Guarantee I'll be done by the end of the show.
Do you want to hear what a lot of these sites are saying about the Commanders?
Well, hold on.
Is this-
Do we know is Vegas
regarding
at
the
6.5?
schedule in particular?
Yeah, predicting
Hold on.
making
Is Vegas at 6.5?
Yeah,
Is that what
6.5.
Vegas is?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it is every year.
I mean, depending on where you're
For
looking,
us.
but for the
So
most part,
Fox
6.5.
Sports,
We're always 6.5 games.
Fox Sports, Ralph Vacciano,
Yeah.
5-12.
Why? Because we got a rookie.
He
I mean, we
says,
do have a rookie quarterback.
Welcome to the NFL, Jayden Daniels. For your first assignment, you get a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team coached by a defensive whiz, Todd Bowles, that ranks 7th overall in defense and 10th in sacks. After that, you get to come home to face a Giants team that added stud pass rusher Brian Burns in the offseason. And he just kind of goes through the schedule. So 5-12. Bleacher Report, 7-10. That's what Jason predicted. I have 8-9. EB's got 9-8. Pro Football Network,
Nubs.
2-15.
I mean, that's
What?
They
ridiculous.
predict the
Nubs.
Commanders
Nubs.
finish
Impossible.
2-15 and pick number 1 overall in the
So, hold on.
2025
So they
draft.
Dumbest thing I've
actually
ever
think
heard.
that we're worse than last year. Our coaches are worse than last year. Our players are worse than last year.
Right.
That everything's worse.
That makes me
with an
disrespect
easier
them
schedule.
more than I'd already
That's
been
the dumbest
disrespecting
thing I've
them.
ever heard.
What,
2
what's
and
Pro
15.
Football Network? Like 2 guys in a basement somewhere?
I don't know.
A network of 2.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey,
Pro Football Talk gets a lot more press than
Yeah.
Pro Football Network.
Hey, I will say in their
and
defense,
Focus gets more love.
in their defense, we do this every year where we go through the roster, we talk about the upgrades,
Yeah.
we talk about
I know, and it
We'll
hasn't
be
worked
wrong.
out. It hasn't
We'll be
worked
wrong.
out.
We'll be wrong on some of them.
and I'm guilty of it because I fall into the hype of, hey, they upgraded here, they upgraded here. How can they be worse than last year? And then
Right.
so
Well, last year was definitely
Do you want more?
100%.
Yeah.
Sure.
So PFN,
Pro Football Network, they're nubs.
they are nubs. Like I said, Pro Football Focus, greater than. Pro
Right,
Football Talk,
215.
greater than.
That's the worst pro football
What are
site.
they saying?
33rd
They don't like
team.
Jayden Daniels.
I like 33rd team. 33rd team
33rd, that's
has
good.
a lot of
Like
former
ex-coaches and stuff. I think Jay
Jake-
Gruden was
exactly.
working with it. Yeah. What do they have?
6-11.
That's fine.
They say no team has dealt with more change than the Washington Commanders. That's true statistically. Biggest turnover. Not only do they have a new coach in Dan Quinn, but they also have a brand new quarterback, offensive coordinator, brand new defense. Washington should be more competitive in year 1 under Dan Quinn, but this team still has a long way to go.
Okay.
NFL.com. They actually have an analytics model. Cynthia Freyloon's analytics model. It predicts 7.2 wins in 2024.
All right. That's fine. I said.
All right,
I think that's reasonable. I'm not gonna.
That's-
The one I have a problem with is 2.
All right, sporting
I have
news.
a problem with the 2.
didn't
I'll
know.
make a bet with anybody in the country. They'll have more than 2 wins.
There's no way Sporting News still puts out like the actual
The
magazine
magazine?
or
Are you kidding?
paper.
No, it's
They-
online
they-
stuff.
They've put that out
Mine is-
for 15 years.
Playboy
I know.
does. Go ahead.
Let me guess. 7 wins.
Sporting news.
5-12.
You
You
understand?
know what? We're going over 5. I'll take all bets. Who wants it? All bets over 5. I got it.
I
Over 5.
predicted
We're going-
8.
Okay. I'm just
Why would
saying.
I bet against myself?
Now you're insulting me.
Sporting news is so old.
Get mad at the Sporting News.
Sporting News is so old. I used to look forward to getting it in my mailbox
Yeah.
and opening it
Yeah.
for like the NFL tidbits that were 3 weeks old. I'd be like, oh man, look at this camp update I got from the Bengals.
Yeah.
It was a different world.
It was a different one.
So different.
Hold on, Valdez.
what numbers disappointing to you? Like, is 6 disappointing?
No,
Yeah, 'cause-
it's fine. It's reasonable.
But
I honestly,
but 5 is
Five is
that's
my
where
cutoff.
that's where you draw the
That's where I
line.
I'm taking all comers. Anybody
Well,
calls
2
in,
2
and
is absurd.
2 is
Those people are idiots.
I'm 54 years old and I will fist fight
Hey,
you.
If they have
Two.
I don't even
I
think
don't-
the Pro Football Network guys watch football.
they-
I don't think it's possible.
you should renounce your fanship.
Hey,
like you should be
EB.
like, this is,
I mean,
Turn your jersey in
this
like
is
Rudy.
untenable.
No.
I'm just being devil's advocate here, but what if Dan Quinn's worse than Ron Rivera?
No way.
Impossible.
I find that hard to believe.
Cakes, did you find it impossible when the Falcons were up at halftime that they would lose that game?
Look, that was a
they would
one-off.
lose that game.
That was a one-off.
He was responsible for
Kyle
that.
didn't want to keep running the ball. I don't understand. I'll still never understand the
He
way
might
that
be
game played
responsible,
out.
but you lay that on your OC. That's your OC. He's not calling
I mean-
plays. Dan Quinn's not calling plays.
The head coach.
I kind of agree, but
No.
then you have to,
They're-
as the
You
head
take the
coach,
bullets.
you have to step in at some point and say, we got to start running the ball.
They're-
This
Well, you
lead
might
is
have.
evaporating.
Hey, Richie. Their staff is 1 billion times better than last year's.
I'm not arguing that.
They
I'm
could,
just-
what if
they
it
could
isn't?
win with one less player
It's impossible not to
on
be.
the field.
What if it isn't?
It's impossible for it not to be better.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Physically
they were
impossible.
so bad.
Okay.
Hey, I will take
Kingsbury
5 or less
fired
wins,
in
but you gotta give me
Arizona.
odds.
Dan Quinn
What?
fired in
I
Atlanta.
will bet you on 5 or less wins, but you got to give me odds.
No. Why would I give you odds?
Because the odds are they're going to have more than 5
All right,
wins.
all right.
If the number, that's true.
All right,
The
hold on.
number
50
6.5.
All right, hold on. You, if we win over 5, you give me 50. If we lose 5,
No,
if we win over 5, if we win 6 or
So
more,
6 or more.
you give me 50.
Less than
If
5.
we lose less than 5,
Hold
I
on,
give you
5
100.
5 and less.
5 and
So
less
it's 2-1.
is a hundo.
It's called 2-1. EP.
Well, hold on.
No, I know. I'm just
Hold on a
explaining it to him.
second. Yeah.
Is
So
5 a push?
I would say
No.
5 is a push.
I'll take 5 as a push.
I think 5's a win for Cakes.
Yeah, make the number
5's a
5.
dub for
Make
me.
make that 5.5. So
You
that
got to
way.
take 5.5.
So yeah,
you need
it's
that
5.5.
6th win.
So you need
All
the
right,
6th win.
go.
5.5.
That schedule's kind of soft.
Come on. I got,
It is
I
a
got,
soft
kinda
schedule.
cushy.
Come on.
I mean, they got the
I'm
Panthers.
telling you, that's where I'm drawing the line at 5. I'm drawing the line at 5. Like, it's insulting.
Get in touch with the Pro Football Network guys. I
Yeah,
will bet him any amount of money.
Football Network guy. See, have their mom answer the phone.
Any amount of money, more than 2 wins.
2 wins.
Pro Football Network.
2 wins
A couple
is
third
completely
graders.
disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
The only way they'd have 2 wins is if every guy on the
I'm
roster
curious,
got hurt.
though. EB got offended by that notion. I want to hear.
wins?
Commanders
Yes.
fans,
Two-
what number is offensive to you? 800-636-1067.
I'm drawing the line at 5.
Like 4-13 would be the exact same record as
Yeah,
last
you're
year.
saying we're
2 wins
You're actually
is
saying
so
we're worse
bad.
because the schedule's easier.
It's so bad that if I'm Josh Harris, I'm walking it. I'm firing him after one season. If it's
if it's
2
two
wins,
you might have to
if
get
it's 2
fired.
wins, I'm
Yeah.
going to say, well, we just miscalculated. We made a horrible mistake.
Yeah,
If
should
it's a
have
two-win
hired
team-
Ben Johnson.
That was my guy.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson, not a leader of men apparently, but he's a
Well,
leader.
if
You know
they-
what he is the leader of? A really
Hold
good
on,
offense.
Cakes. If they win 2 or 3 games, that
Yes.
means Daniels has like a Bryce Young year.
Yes.
Oh, that means he's really.
That means he's garbage.
But that's not going to happen.
I don't think that's going to
Everyone
happen
in the
either.
room knows that.
I don't
Everyone
believe-
in the building knows that. I
I think he's going to be great.
don't know about great, but he's
Well,
not going
like,
to be.
overall. Like when it's all said and done,
He's going to be a hit.
he's going to be a hit.
He's going to sign a second contract with Washington.
Hopefully,
Let's hope that's the case.
But 2 wins is stupid.
2 wins is insulting.
They're gonna be in that
I'll-
6 to 8
I'm willing to
range.
fist fight over 2 wins. 5 is when I start throwing cash. If you got 5 or lower, call up. You
Better
got 5
call-
or lower.
better call
I
Saul.
really want to place that bet. I'll consider it.
I give you 2 to
everything-
1.
it's a-
2 to 1's pretty good.
It's an unknown. They have an unknown at the most
It is-
important
it is
position.
an unknown.
It's an unknown.
No, they don't. He's a known freak.
It's a known freak in college.
Yeah. Well, he's not going to get any slower. So
He
he's
did
going
it against the best competition in college.
Right.
I mean, you're already anointing him.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I think
Kid
he would
hasn't
have been
thrown
my
one,
pick. He would have
hasn't
been my
thrown
pick.
one pass in the league, and you're anointing him.
Yeah. He would have been my pick. I would have taken him over Caleb. He's my guy. And I like the other pieces that they brought in.
I've never seen this much bravado from you.
I mean,
What?
I don't think they're that great. I mean, I don't think they're that great, but I think like if you're in the 6 to 9 range, I think that's reasonable. Below that, insulting.
I'm not
Below
rooting
that is
for it,
insulting.
but I will take the 5.5 or less for 25, not for 50.
Are you
2 to
being
1.
serious? You're a multimillionaire. Just $50.
I got bills. I got a lot of bills.
You just said you got a raise. You got no more med
mean,
school.
But I still have other bills.
Case. We're doing a season-long bet.
$35. We're negotiating.
All right, 35, and then for 70.
I'll screw it. 50. I don't care.
All right, so 50. So I get
Yes.
50 if I win. If you
I get a hundo.
win, you get a hundo. So,
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I need
Done.
6. It's 5.5.
You need 6.
Yes, 5.5.
Go through the schedule, though.
I will.
It's
You
right
didn't even go
behind
through
you in
the
the
schedule.
bet book.
You didn't even look at the schedule.
It's right behind you.
I've glanced at it. I didn't have to pick game by game yet.
Pick game by game. It shouldn't take you that
Can
long,
you get
Ricky.
that, please? Me. Jason went a whole season without picking.
No, he did.
Freaking wins and losses. I'll pick it when I'm ready.
Last season, he
ready.
definitely
I
did.
did. Are you kidding me? Of course I did.
No, he just wasn't there that day, but he
he did it
make
the next
And
day.
I
did the
will
next day.
pick them to have more than 5 wins, I'm sure, because I'm usually bullish. But I'm hedging myself.
800-636-1067 if you want to chime in. Are you offended that Pro Football Network has the
2
Commanders
wins. Will
going
you book one of those
2 and
losers?
15?
Seriously.
So EB's upset because Dakota Randall wrote an article on ProFootballNetwork.com where he actually went through the entire schedule, all the teams. He's got playoff picks, everything, all the way through the Super Bowl, and he has the Commanders at 2-15.
Right.
If you're curious, you can go to ProFootballNetwork.com and maybe we can get him on the show. He's got the Bengals winning the Super Bowl over the Lions. And he's got the
It's
Commanders
reasonable.
at 2-15.
I mean, so yes, that has to be the worst prediction for the league, right?
What?
2-15?
Probably.
Are there any other 2-15
Apparently,
teams he
Dakota
has there?
Randall is a.
He has the Titans also at 2-15.
He's a Patriots analyst.
Okay.
So maybe he's bitter that they passed on Drake May. So then he's going to pick against him for every game. But
He's got the
he's
Patriots.
wrong on this.
He's got the Patriots at 9-8.
Right. I mean,
The teams that he has
Definitely
struggling,
wrong.
that's
like
not going to happen.
at the
either.
bottom of the divisions, he has the Patriots in last place in that division. He has the Steelers going 7-10, the Titans 2-15, the Broncos 3-14. That would be a stunner. Washington 2-15, Vikings 5-12. He doesn't like the rookie quarterbacks. It's obvious. Bryce Young and Carolina 3-14, and the Cardinals at 6-11. Those would be the basement teams in the division. But Commanders at 2-15. Where do you get offended? I would say, if I'm a Commanders fan,
You
I
would be
gotta believe.
offended by two.
I gotta
You're
believe
gonna
that
fight to the death.
I'm kind of with you to expect anything less than at least a 1-game bump is a little offensive. They were 4-13, so
Right. So you're saying we're one game
5-12 is kind of offensive. 6-13 or 6-11 reasonable.
I'm not sure any. I mean, I'm sure there might be one or two, but I certainly can't name one person from the staff, like other than wasn't retained here, like one or two were retained here, that were hired elsewhere in the league. Like Ron wasn't
Yeah.
hired, Jack wasn't hired.
Nope.
All these other guys. Bieniemy.
Bieniemy went to college.
Yeah. I mean, the staff was
I'd have
brutal.
to go back and look. No idea.
Brutal. We were led by a guy completely punted.
What about the female that was on the staff last year? Can't remember her name.
I think she got hired by
She
maybe
got
the
hired by
Bears.
somebody.
Yeah.
She
I
did.
think the
there you go.
Bears hired her.
She did, but
Jennifer
All right,
King.
Let's go to the phones. 800-636-1067.
She might have been the best coach on staff.
let's go to William. North Carolina. William, what's up, buddy?
Hey, William.
Hey, fellas, man, this is ludicrous.
Right? You're with me.
I would take all those so-called experts, what they wrote, I'll put it on the bulletin board at Redskins Park. And if you think about it, Mariota would make more than 5 wins with the coaching staff, with all the players that we have. That's just crazy. And I think with Bickle,
Yes.
I think you said you will fight someone,
Yeah.
and I'll be right beside you. I'll be your
This is your
partner.
guy in the
This is
foxhole
my
with
guy.
you. Yeah.
This is my guy. What part of North Carolina? Oh, damn it. I wanted to find out a little more about him.
Driver, you ever said he called him Mariota instead of Mariota?
I mean, if he's going to be the quarterback, we got to learn his name.
Mike Marr.
How was he saying it's supposed to say?
Mariota.
Like Mike Marr.
Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
Marcus Mariota.
Doesn't matter. You don't want to see
Mariota.
Marr or Mariota
No,
on the
you
field.
you want to see Marcus Mariota with a clipboard and what are the Microsoft Surface?
He
on the
was
sideline.
actually, when I saw the little clips, I think I told you this, and they had the guys throwing in the nets. Mariota was actually skinnier than I thought, and he was way taller than I realized compared to the other guys.
right.
I was like, who's that giant string bean? It was kind of like missing
Yeah.
the net a little
Hopefully,
bit.
it's the guy that you'll never see on the field, not once.
I had
during
no
the-
idea he was that big of a string bean.
How tall is he? Like 6'4"?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He looked pretty tall. He's a legit, if he's 6'4", he's a legit 6'4".
Yeah.
Probably with cleats, 6'5". Let's go to Edward. Edward, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Junks?
What's up,
going on,
Ed?
EB?
Hey.
You can go ahead and add your second person that's going to throw some bows with you.
Right.
Because Dakota, I don't know what weed he's smoking or what THC level is at,
Yeah.
but that crap has to be above 55-60%. 2-15?
Right.
Let me tell y'all something. The Cleveland Browns, who takes the poop to the Super Bowl more than anybody, didn't even get this type of disrespect when they were that bad. Not even that much at all. This is pathetic. And then he has the Patriots at 9-8
Right.
with the project quarterback.
What
Man,
did,
get out of here.
what did Carolina win last year? Two?
Two.
games.
They
Two
won
games.
2. So he's basically
has them-
saying
he
they're
has
going to
them-
have a Bryce Young
He
type.
has them winning 3 games this year, and the Commanders
Okay,
2.
and let me tell you this.
Yeah.
The Panthers, you could have gone to their game for 50 cents. Ain't no way in the heck you going to a Commanders game for 50 cents this year.
I don't know.
Heard what this Dakota guy said.
Here's the.
I hope he heard what this Dakota guy said, and he throws for 40 touchdowns.
What if Jayden?
Let
Let me just start this possibility. I'm not saying this is going to happen. All right, I predicted them to go 8-9 when we went through the schedule last week.
And I'm with
What
you.
if Jayden, being slight of frame, that was one of the knocks against him,
Gets hurt?
gets hurt in week 1? And Marcus Mariota is the quarterback the rest of the way.
He's still not bad enough to go 2-15.
Right. There's still no way that even with Marcus Mariota played with the Falcons last year. How many wins did they end up with?
He was with the Eagles last year, by the way.
Seven,
not the
maybe.
Falcons.
Maybe 7. Yeah, he wasn't
So
with the
he played
Falcons.
with the Falcons the year before, though, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. How many wins did they end up with that year? My bad for being wrong. He still had more than 2 wins. Is my point.
Didn't he quit on the team?
Yeah, it was nebulous what happened there at the end.
He quit on the team, and they still had more than 2 wins. Dakota is stupid.
They had that year, and he didn't play the whole year, I don't think. Let's see. All
right, thanks, Edward.
They had 7 wins that year.
Trap, can we book the guy already? We got to book him. I'm serious. We got to find him.
I mean, he has the pathetic Giants 4 wins better than your Commanders. That's what you should be willing to fight about.
I don't know about the Giants. I just think 2. I just know us.
It's a gross number to look at.
That's disgusting.
It just jumps off the page at you.
Hey, in his
We're
defense,
50% worse.
Yeah.
in his defense, the Jayden's an unknown. It's an unknown commodity.
All right.
It could be like what happened at Carolina last year, right? You get a top pick, you get a quarterback, doesn't pan out, and you win just a couple
But they've
games.
got so much more talent than that Carolina team.
I know, but
that's what we've been sold.
2 wins, you have to be down to your 3rd string quarterback for most of the year.
Again, let me preface this by saying I'm not saying that this is true, but what if Bobby Wagner's washed up, Jayden Daniels has a Bryce Young-like rookie year, and the edge rushers, for example, who they brought in who nobody expects to be great, are duds.
Storm,
so every team faces no pass rush.
Those guys are kind of like proven commodities.
I think it's near
Most of the
impossible.
veterans.
like journeyman.
I don't think there's any way.
But you know what you're going to get.
I don't think he's going to have near the catastrophic year that Bryce Young had.
Wow.
I just don't think that's.
We've got better receivers for one.
I think his floor is higher than Bryce Young's. He's bigger. He's faster.
Who was the OC
he can
in
make
Carolina?
more plays with his legs.
Who was the OC?
Well, remember Frank Reich was coaching.
Yeah, it was Frank.
Offensive guy.
Yeah. I don't know, but
They were just putrid. I mean, their roster was awful.
All right,
this roster is much better.
Let's go to Mike in Fairfax. Mike, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? Appreciate you taking my call very much.
Sure.
I have to agree with a couple callers ago. I mean, this is fantastic, for renovation. I think you guys
Can you pick up your phone, Mike?
No speaker.
I don't know what
Speaking
you're
of
doing.
disrespectful, much very disrespectful to the
disrespecting our
radio show.
eardrums.
All right,
and
let's
the
go
listeners.
to Sean in Richmond. Sean, what's up?
EB, I don't want to fight, but I do want to take your under 5.5.
All right, you got to front the money. How much you want to put on it?
We'll go
$100.
Yeah, $100.
You want the same bet Cakes at, the 2-1?
Yes. Yeah, I'll take that.
No, you just bet them straight up.
Let me also say, I don't feel great about the side I'm on, but I'll take the odds in case things go sideways.
Why should I give you the same odds I'm giving my good friend Cakes?
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
You should just.
All right, because I'm putting up the money. I'm willing to play.
All right, just bet him straight up, $100.
Yes.
All right,
5.5.
straight up.
He goes
Send
under. You go
Send
over.
it to Eric.
What
All
a
right.
sucker. He just
Send it to Valdez.
took the bad side of the bet.
hold the money.
I don't want to hold
Just
the money.
have him
Send it to Eric.
Venmo you.
All right, but then I got to remember. All right, Venmo me
He'll
a
remember.
Husky.
If he
Venmo me-
wins, he's going to remember. And we'll remember.
I
You
might
bet a
spend
donk
it.
listener.
All right, go ahead. All right, Mike, whatever your name
What's
is.
your
Sean. What's my Venmo? Eric?
You love throwing your Venmo
Yes,
out.
if people want to donate. Eric-Bickle-3.
He's welcoming all bets.
I'm welcoming all. You can front. I'll front whatever you want. I mean, I'll bet you whatever you want.
They can front.
Whatever you front me, and then I may or may not take the bet. But Sean, send me a Hunsky, and then the bet's in. It's official.
you're locked in.
Okay.
All right, sounds
Straight
good,
up. Straight up. All right. Why do you think we suck?
Well, there's no left tackle. There's no pass rush. The cornerbacks are the same, and I'm not sure Jayden Daniels is better walking in the door than Sam Howell was last year. Maybe 5-year window, but this year I don't think he's that much of an upgrade.
Who would you?
Well, they may have a left tackle. We don't know yet because they draft
a coin flip.
Okay, but they drafted somebody. He could be the left tackle.
And they drafted Sanistrill, the corner, to be a slot corner.
They added a couple corners, one in the draft, one in free agency. Pass rush, we don't know. I think they got no pass rush last year with Chase Young, right? So anybody they add to replace Chase Young is going to be better than Chase. So I would disagree. I think they've got upgrades in most of those units.
I mean, Coleman was a guard in college.
Yeah, but it's fine.
He's guard and tackle.
He's an athletic freak, though.
He played guard and tackle. What are you talking about?
He's an athletic freak.
Well, if you play guard and tackle, you're not a tackle.
Well, they might use him as tackle.
All right, I understand.
Hey, he's got what Ron used to love, position flex. How far did that get Ron Rivera?
All right, Sean, I'm looking at my Venmo. I haven't received jack from you yet.
Still on the phone.
All right.
It's coming.
Hunsky, send me a Hunsky.
Superman?
You went from not wanting to make the bet to wanting the money immediately.
Send me a Hunsky. I want to get a new putter.
Yeah. You got Felton?
All right, thank you, Sean. Thank you.
All right, see you, boys.
All right, you're in for a Hunsky. Let's go to James. Clearwater. Is it Florida?
Clearwater
James.
is in Florida last time I checked.
Hey.
I'm here in sunny Florida. Don't bet against EB because he took my money last year. It's I'm gonna wait till the middle of the season. But yeah, I think it was last year before. Nice. It was kind of a bit, but I bet on the Arizona Cardinals. I thought they might pull one out, man, and I sent you the money.
You mean Cardinals when they played here?
No, I think it was in Arizona, and it might have been the season before.
Because I always do that. It's the Cardinals.
No,
bit.
It was here. Remember, it was Josh
exactly,
Dobbs.
That's exactly what he was doing.
Before he got silly for
it was
like
the
a 5-game
Lions
stretch.
and the Cardinals.
Right.
But look, hey, so the delusions start early in Washington, and I can hear them from 1,000 miles away. But just being removed, I have to just say, I can see the team winning 7 or 8 games. You know, it's a rookie coach, it's a rookie quarterback, and it's a rookie
coach.
He's not a rookie coach.
The guy's a proven coach.
Listen. Okay, look.
He's not a rookie coach.
His record was about the same as Ron's.
When Ron Super Bowl.
All I'm saying is, and
Dan
again,
Quinn's a better coach.
8-9.
Dan Quinn's a better coach.
We think, but Ron Rivera had a similar
I know.
resume to Dan Quinn when Ron Rivera showed up.
Let me make my point before I hang up, guys. The one point I was going to make is when they went through the record down here for the Bucs, they started off with Washington, and it was a unanimous. It wasn't even that's a win. That's how the team is seen around the country. It's just ridiculous to hear this stuff. At least JP and Lurch can be the voice of reason through the season when EB gets all juiced up after a win. But it's going to be exciting to watch Daniels play. There's going to be a lot of close games that'll probably be decided by, a turnover. He's going to turn the ball over, but it should still be a fun season for Washington fans to at least watch a team grow because I think they can be better, than they're given credit for. So
one of his collegiate strengths throughout his career, not just last year when he won the Heisman, was taking care of the football. So let's hope that transfers in the NFL.
I just don't know.
He hasn't been a high volume interception guy.
Yeah. But he was a high sack guy.
Bryce Young
pressure to sack ratio.
Bryce Young took care of the football too in college.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just a different world.